Try adding another file in, see if that helps. And it does. I do not know what I'm doing wrong in Lightstream, but every while I need to add a new audio source specifically for my Fi-Fine. Just want to make sure we've got audio on both Twitch and YouTube, and then we can get going. And we do. Everything seems like it is good to go. Let's go back to my channel. Cancel. You know what? I'm not worried about it. I'll deal with that later. So, good morning and happy Saturday, everyone. I am your host, Secret MC Shaman, the OG Ginger. Excited for another episode of Final Fantasy II, the second game in the Final Fantasy franchise created by Square Enix. You'll find my live streams on Twitch and YouTube Monday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as Saturday and Sunday mornings from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Monday through Thursday and Saturday mornings, I'll be working my way through the Final Fantasy franchise up to Final Fantasy VII. However, Sunday mornings are reserved for my favorite game of all time, Minecraft. We've already completed Final Fantasy I. You can find the playlist for that on YouTube, along with the playlist for both Minecraft and Final Fantasy II. A quick good morning and hello to my grandkids, Delano, Gio, Alea, and Caden. I hope you have a wonderful day. Grandpa's thinking of you and loves you very much. In episode 5, Sid's ship Shanghaied, we picked up a chocobo right after leaving Kashwan Keep. Then we headed south. Honestly, I didn't know where we were going. They didn't really have any good clues as to where the Dreadnought went, but we got lucky. I ended up circling the mountains around Kashwan Keep and decided we're not getting attacked on the Chocobo. We'll just keep heading south and see what happens. Lo and behold, there was the Dreadnought in its moorings, just waiting for us to arrive. So we went in, fought monsters, fought a few soldiers. We rescued both Sid and Princess Hilda, and then used the Sunfire to blow the Dreadnought to smithereens. Sid then carried us back to Altair, where we ended up speaking with the king as he was dying, learning about the Dragoons and the Wyverns in Deist. Gordon left the party to take over for his father and directed us to Paloom, where we met our newest companion, Leila. And after defeating her pirate minions and beating her into submission, the best part, we took control of the ship, which allowed our adventurers to freely explore. No more listening to me grouse about having to pay for a ship from Poft to Paloom. Now we just need the free roam of the airship. We stumbled across Castle Deist. We had to go south, and then that switched us from the bottom of the map to the top of the map. We did some exploring. Again, they didn't explain where Deist was very well, but it ended up being on an island area just to the east of Bafsk. So we went in there. We met a cheeky little boy as we entered the castle who told us to go away. And then we met his mom, and we learnt the devastating story of Deist. So Deist is where the Dragoons and the Wyverns live, and they fought together valiantly. But the Empire, knowing that they weren't going to be able to take over the Kingdom of Deist without devastating effects to their own soldiers, poisoned the water of the Wyverns so that they could take the Dragoons out much easier. Now, there's one Wyvern left at Castle Deist. They sent us up to the cave of Deist Cave, or Cave of Deist, I can't remember which one it is. That proved to be our hardest battles yet. There are a lot of strong monsters that really did some devastating effects to our adventurers. So we used Rashonda's teleport and got the heck out of there right after we found the pendant. So I'll have to go back at some point and try to... you know what? We're going to attack. We're learning that... what was it? Berserker acts in this as Temper did in Final Fantasy 1. So it causes the person affected to go up in physical damage. So, anyways, after we made our strategic retreat using Rashonda's teleport, we got ourselves out of there. We'll have to go back and complete the chests because that's just going to cause OCD issues for me if we don't do it. So let's head back down to Castle Deist since we have the pendant, which is going to allow us to... Wow, that was a big hit. And we were meeting these guys fairly regularly in the cave. Attack. Magic. Berserker. Magic. But yeah, we were getting attacked by these guys and some other pretty strong mid-level beasts fairly regularly. We're using up our potions and our antidotes and all that stuff. I didn't want to risk it. We were at the end of our last episode, so the strategic retreat was necessary. But the pendant allows us to speak with wyverns. So let's find out what that consists of. Let's talk to these guys, see if there's anything new now that we have the pendant.
The wyvern's right in there. It's sound asleep right now. My mom says it's gonna die soon, but that's not true, is it? I've heard that the lowermost chambers of the cavern hold the life spring, the place the wyverns used as a hatchery. Okay, they're gonna send us back into the chambers again. That makes sense. That doesn't look like a wyvern, that looks like a dragon. We seek your aid in destroying the Empire, our common foe. Will you help? Oh. I guess I need to look at who's actually speaking. Will you help us? The Empire's poison already courses through my veins. I will not escape the fate that befell my brood. Ask? Shortly before the battle with the Empire, a dragoon named Ricard set out to find the ultimate magic.
Where has he gone? I do not know. Wyverns. Oh. Oh, he gave us an egg. I have one last request to make of you. Take this egg to the cavern north of here and submerge it in the life spring. It is the last remaining wyvern egg. If it is not submerged in the life spring soon, it will wither and die. Oh. He's entrusting us, or she's entrusting us with her egg. Guess I should have used a different voice. But what do I know? Wyverns, I'm assuming that the females are the ones who lay the eggs, but maybe it's the male that was caring for it. The egg, the last of the wyverns. Take it to the life spring, I beg you. Oh, and the wyvern died. Hey, we could keep bringing it back to life. Maybe it's just not dead yet, and all I'm doing is exhausting the wyvern so that it dies faster. I'll leave it alone. Let's go do a few housekeeping things. Our ship is way down there in the corner. We know we have a lot of strong beasties between us and it. Items. I'm willing to spend $2,000 on a cottage. Now we have to go and fight some more monsters. Let's attack you. These guys aren't too bad. Wait, who's got my blizzard? She doesn't. Attack. We know the land turtle is weak against blizzards, so... Oh... She just slept. We set up a cottage. We went through all the work. It would be kind of cool, though, if they did the sleep effect and it inadvertently caused your health and your MP to go up because you were resting. All right. Now that I know everything's working, let's get that earbud out of my head. You know what? After reviewing and watching the last episode, the game source was just a little bit lower than it needed to be. The music's such an integral part of the game. I don't want you guys missing out on it. Even if I have to share monetization with the creators of the music, I'm okay with that, just so that you guys can listen with me. We're still working on getting our elementals all jacked up. From other research that I've done in previous episodes, we'll just attack. The magic will go up to a max of 16, and then when it hits 16, it's mastered, and supposedly there's extra effects or something that goes on with it. I don't know. I've never gotten all the way through Final Fantasy II. You're learning right along with me. So every once in a while, I will take the time to look things up as the questions arrive. No, we haven't needed any of those. But we do want a whole bunch more potions. We definitely want more high potions. Let's get ourselves up to 40 with that. There we go. Eye drops, I generally don't use those until we're done with the battle. I want 40 of these as well, so let's get 24. Oh, I got 50 of them. I can't math. But to be fair, it's 5:19 Central Time right now, and I've only been up for an hour. There's only so much mathing one can be expected to do after being up for an hour. I'm waiting for my Cafe Bustelo to hit my system and wake me up a little bit more. Let's see what we have for expensive ones. No use being cheap. Let's get 9 more of those. And let's round off. Yeah, that works. Okay, our party is all healthed up. Other than... we'll just auto-battle these guys. I've been taking advantage of the auto-battle feature a lot more in this one than I did in Final Fantasy 1. Except so far in Deist Caverns, because... oh, see, this is the kind of stuff we've been hitting in the Deist Caverns. Interesting. The land turtles usually don't have... oh, we got Hellfire. What the heck is that? Hold on. Not seeing it up there. Blind, Sleep, Blink, Hellfire. A stone that deals fire damage. Has the same effect as fire. Okay. I haven't really found a use for those yet, but... let's... nope. Nope. All right. So, alternatively from Final Fantasy 1, all of the characters, not just the mages, can learn magic. And then as you use the character uses the magic gets stronger and stronger and stronger until you get up to level 16. So, when I get new books, I make sure to load my 3 main party members, and then whatever's left over, rather than selling it, I just give it to whatever character has joined our party at the time. It doesn't allow for... I didn't want to go in there, but I wasn't able to skirt it. Doesn't allow for much development of that magic, but that's okay. Them having a little bit of magic is better than none. And I'm starting to think that even though we started out with 4 party members, that the 4th one that ended up disappearing on us right away, that ends up being a character that gets changed out and changed out and changed out fairly routinely throughout the game. We have multiple to go down. I think I went down... I'm going to take auto battle off because we need to use magic on some of these creatures. Honestly, I don't remember what was the stalactite was weak against. But I do know the land turtle is definitely affected by blizzard. So is the adamatoise. We got another blink tome. Magic. We definitely want the turtles and the ogre mages taken out of rotation as quickly as possible. Their magic and physical attacks tend to hurt. We're doing better. I groused about it last time, but the dual-wielding characters, it would be nice if they could split up their attacks. So if they were going to do, you know, one weapon goes to one creature, one weapon goes to another. Oh, and I forgot. I don't know why, but I did. Where does this chamber take us? There's a chest there. One there. Oh, we can't get to those. We've already been down that route, and that's where we ended up getting... let's attack the shadow. So what I'd forgot, with magic, and I didn't learn it until the last episode because unless one of the wizards at the beginning of the game explains it, and I just completely blew them off, if you do a magic like fire, and then you left directional on the D-pad, you can use the element on all of the monsters that are affecting you. The same goes for, I'll do it this way, Cure. If I right-click back, I can heal all of my party members at the same time. The downside with the Cure, unless it's better at the much higher levels, it ends up, you'll see, being divvied out fairly evenly among the party members, so you get way less effect than if you sunk it into just one character. Let's go check out this one. Well, we get a preemptive strike. Let's... I don't know if Scourge will do anything, but we're going to find out. I don't think Sleep has any effect. effect. Let's try stun. I want to try a few of these different... You know, he's got a level 5, and I don't want to play with him too much. Let's start Berserker on Caramoon. Since he's our strongest party member, we want to... Magic. We'll get our Berserker juiced up for every single one of our party members. Well, except for Caramoon, because he's the one getting the status effect. Oop. I have a feeling, just like in Final Fantasy 1, that Berserker is going to come in handy, getting it up to level, as high of a level as we possibly can, as support magic for physical attacks. Okay, we've got a new route that we can take, so we can get to the chest at the top center. We can get the one down there at the bottom right and at the bottom left. The maps and the colors for this cave system, a little bit hard on my eyes. I do have a little bit of an issue with reds and greens, so it's hard to see the paths. Alright, let's everybody attack now. I know these guys are tough and they hit hard. You know what? Again, you're learning right along with me. So when I have a question in my head, I want to know and share it with you. What is the hit point value for Hill Gigas in FF2? Would help if I'd put a space there. So they have a hit point value of 750. I don't know if you noticed it, but off to our left-hand side of where we ended up stopping, that yellow blob is a suit of armor left over from the Dragoon that had the pendant. I should have gone after the shadows first. We did all right. Next battle, I'll try to paying better attention to our hit points. Parker, Leila definitely needs a couple of potions. Parker probably could use a high potion. Let's open the chest. You know what? Just in case there is a monster in there that we don't want to play around with. Parker, Leila both. Rashonda's actually doing pretty good, but she is in the back of the formation, so she's probably not getting hit as hard. Let's... Yeah, we don't want to waste them. Mithril armor. Well, that's something to sell, at least. We want to go down that path. I don't believe that they are affected by magic. So let's continue with our strategy. She has... I am too happy with that D-pad. But the Hill Gigas, I believe they're pretty resistant to magic, if I remember correctly, so... We're going to auto-battle at this point. I'm not changing up my routine with these guys. So we'll let them do what they do. Since I've never played Final Fantasy II back when it first came out, if you have, and you come across this video, has anything changed from the original? The graphics, or how the maps work, or anything like that. I know I could look it up, but having... Oh, monsters. Darn it. Why am I using Cure? Oh. Why are they curing me? Inquiring minds want to know. Does the Inquirer even use that phrase anymore? That was really big back in the late 80s, early 90s. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay. See, I with the reds and greens, it was hard to tell if that was an actual path or not. Ambushed. I don't like ambushes. Guess nobody does. Wait, why are my hit points down so low? I thought those green souls were giving me life, not taking it away. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to use magic. These guys are pretty weak to fire, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on the D-pad so that I can choose all of the oogly booglies. Huzzah! I may go back and talk to those wizards again. Ah, blast it. Slow down just a little bit. I'm trying to hurry the game. I've gotten so used to fast action with modern games that the slower pace and repetitive fighting that goes on with these old RPGs gets a little bit frustrating. I want to go after that chest first, and then we'll go down the steps. Okay, let's just attack. Oh, they were kind of weak. Mithril Helm does us absolutely no good. There's a chest there, there. Okay. We've got a whole lot of staircases to take, too. The two on the bottom right don't appear to do us any good. We'll get the two at the top center, come down to the one on the bottom left center. And there's another... They've done so much better on creating mazes in Final Fantasy II than they had in Final Fantasy I. Final Fantasy I was pretty straightforward. But this one, they're really making us work for it. Caramoon and Parker. They both need some high potion. And it looks like Parker could use just one high potion for now. I don't want to go squandering it. Mithril gloves. A whole lot of stuff that we can sell, but we can't use. There. I have to learn with Rashonda to take it a little bit slower. So I'm not overshooting what I want. Just like that. Oh, there. Yeah, there we go. How do you like those wormy apples? Oh, ow! He got me with some wormy apples of his own. Like I said at the beginning, the monsters in here are much more devastating. Well, maybe not these yellow souls, but they're much more devastating than they have been up to this point. So if you're going to choose to play this game for the first time yourself, a mithril mirror, what does that do? A mirror that guards against magic attack has the same effect as wall. Alright, well, we're reserving all of that, because if we end up getting a companion character forced on us that doesn't really have magic abilities or doesn't have much, that will help us. Use high potion. I'm really glad we stocked up on extra high potions. See, I couldn't tell if that was a path or not. We got them set with the commands. We'll just let them do their thing. Oh my. I'm really glad I gave Parker a high potion. These hill gigas have a thing for Parker. Wow. We might have to change the strategy up just a little bit if they're going to go after Parker that way. Where was... I think we had to go straight down. Let's do this. Magic. Berserker. Now let's see what kind of physical damage they end up doing to Parker. Oh, Leila, you just got beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's kind of like moving a night. Magic. You know what? We're going to cure Leila. Oh, now we gotta use a Phoenix down. Well, we're just gonna take you out now. That should have done it. Leila, Leila, Leila. Luckily, she only needs one high potion to get her all healthed up again. What the heck are they using? Wow, these guys are hitting hard. We gotta take this off of auto battle because Leila's using Berserker on herself. The chest was down there. Buggers. Hey, they've got a lot more scripted deaths and traps in this than Final Fantasy 1 also. Is there anything in here? Now we have two choices. Do we go up or do we go down? Let's just go down. Oh, Ogre Chiefs. I don't remember what they are weak against. Let's try try thunder. Oh, Leila's at level 5 for Berserker. Let's see how much good she does. Magic really doesn't do much good against them. We're gonna attack. Magic. They all have Berserker on them, so that should help with their physical attacks. Rashonda is hurting right now. Parker again is hurting. Alright, Parker, you can have another high potion. Oh, just want to get those stairs. I'm resisting using magic against these guys. When we ended up fighting the Red Soul in a previous episode, magic gave him health rather than taking it away. So I'm really reluctant to try it on these other souls. I don't know what made me think about it, but while I'm at work, you know, I got time to think and think about things that I want to talk about while I'm on here. And as a Gen Xer, with video games being, you know, cool back in the 80s and everything, you know, being so neat, this game made me think about the Dragon Lair game when it came out. It was the first one that I can think of that came out with a laser disc, and it had cool graphics. It was like playing a cartoon instead of these overly pixelated games like this. And I remember as a kid, you know, we grew up, not a lot of money. I didn't have money to spend on video games at the arcade, and when Dragon's Lair came out, it was $1 every time you played it. So that can get extremely expensive. I think these guys are weak against fire. Oh. Nope. I don't even want to play around with them. Interesting, Leila's fire is still only at level 1. So of course, once you get older and you start having money of your own that you can make decisions on, you kind of want to get some of those things that you didn't get to have as a kid, and your parents are like, no, we can't throw money away on that. So I ended up picking up the the Dragon's Lair games for the Xbox when they came out. That's when I realized that there are just some things that you're lucky that you didn't. Sugar. Didn't waste your money on. Even though the game looked really cool, it really wasn't. It had that Don Bluth cartoon style, which was neat. But really, it was just about reflexes and controls. Everything was scripted. You had to jump forward, left, right. You just all reflexes. I ended up watching the cutscenes and just not playing the game. And now the only reason I have it is for nostalgic purposes. It's the first time I've seen 4 Edamatoises all at once. You know what? We're just going to use Berserker on everybody. If you're a D&D player, or, you know, really big into the paper pencil RPGs, remind me or correct me on something, because I don't believe the game itself is using Berserker not necessarily properly, but if memory serves, Berserker tends to have both good and bad effects. Yes, your physical attack goes up, but the amount of damage traditionally that you take from Berserker goes up as well. And I'm wondering if that's the case in this. I don't want to have to use a... Phoenix down on Leila. Oh, these are some bad boys. They could be girls. Maybe they're so aggressive because I found a nest. Ooh, a knight's armor. Yeah. Does that help Caramoon at all? Equip. It affects his magical interference, though. But his... Oh, he really goes down in evasion. Is it worth the trade-off? Going down 11 on evasion, going up 12 in defense. Alright, let's find out the hard way. And since we're doing that... Oh, no, we're giving the Silver Curtis to... Rashonda. Because that takes her... Double check. Yeah, it leaves her defense the same. Her vision goes down a little bit, but her magical interference... So that means she can do more powerful spells. Leila. Rashonda could use a good hit. So could Caramoon. Saint's Spirit. We'll look that up after we collect these other two. Magic. Let's just double check, see which elemental affects these guys the most. You know, I kind of want to see how it works with that. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I know she's not going to be in the party for very long, but knowing we can do that really helps. Fire was the most devastating, but does Scourge do any good? You know what? Let's do this. We just have some magic here that... what else do we have? We've got Blink, we got... Let's do a Protect. We'll let Leila attack for once. Ooh, nice hit, Leila. Oh, they have lifesteal. I don't like that at all. Oh, no, no, no. Let's just attack. I've groused about it before. I'm going to grouse about it now. Yeah, there's a great mystery that goes on with this. Not knowing how many hit points some of these characters have. But I do like that the modern game develop... Ooh, a flame bow. Flame bow. Oh, yeah, baby. We're going to take care of that. Nice. Let me just see something. Alright, I think it switched out and gave her the Giant's Helm. Let's take a look at our map. We got everything there. Oh, they pulled out the 4-door thing that they had in Final Fantasy. Oh, there's the... I'm pointing at the screen and I know you can't see it, but right there is the spring where we need to take the egg. Items. I do want to hold on to some of our high potions for mid-battle. Let's just physically attack these guys. We're gonna attack the dual heads. Just double check. Alright, she uses Thunder. Magic, Blizzard. Okay. Those were some good choices overall. Those adamatoids can do some devastating damage. Now, where do we go? Gotta go all the way back out again. We won't be able to get all of them at once, but at least we can chip away at them. It's probably a good life lesson, too. There are just times where you're gonna take some damage, and you have to deal with it. The best you can do is mitigate the damage and then move on. So, I told my whole Dragon Lair story. I am curious, out of the viewers who come across this, what from your childhood did you really, really, really want to be able to get that you either you couldn't afford or your parents couldn't afford? So then later on in life, you got it for yourself and you were extremely disappointed that you wasted money on it. Well, we know how we're doing this one. There we go. That took him down good. Rashonda's Berserker leveled up. Okay. We still have that chest down there that we have to get to. I have to be honest, I can't remember where we went last. They've got me good and confused. Alright, so we went all the way up and around. Just trying to remember. Did we hit that one? I think we just went after the chest and then came back for this. Let's go to that down staircase over on the left-hand side. Can't do it that way. I want to get Rashonda's cures up. I want to get a few of these cures up to something much higher than what they are. We gotta go this way. No, we can't. Oh, that's why. Okay. Getting kind of tired of these guys. Oh, ow. Oh, well, that strategy did not work. We'll need to stop into some apothecaries. Not apothecaries, but magic shops. See if they have any life tomes around. So we're not using Phoenix down all the time. I took out the first one. Oh, ow, that hurt. Parker's Cure leveled up. That's good. Wow, that was bad. I think we're going to end up having the whole live stream trying to get through Deist Cavern. Eye potion. Definitely. Phoenix down. Glad we stocked up on those. Complained about it before, I'll complain about it again. Not overly thrilled with the fires going on in Canada right now. I know they're not overly thrilled with it either, and my heart goes out to the people up there being devastated by the fires. It would be really good if we'd have some heavy rains go through that area. You know what? Let's just hit him with some thunder. Oh. But yeah, the air quality has really been hard on the allergies, and that's minor. It's minor compared to what the people in the Boundary Waters are going through right now, but it's still annoying. Okay. We're back up and out. Since we're at this level, let's pop out quick. think we're just going to have Rashonda attack there. We'll pop out quick. We'll do a cottage to get everybody's health and magic back up. And then we'll try some more paths. Yeah, well, we got a hour and 15 minutes. I knew this cave system was going to be a challenge. I didn't realize it was going to be this much of a challenge. Oh, you know what we should do before we even... We're just going to save right there. Let's try this one up here. It's close, it's easy to get to, and then we can rule it out. Okay, so we did that right away. We don't need to go down that one anymore. Since we've designated Rashonda as our primary magic user, we want to get her cure up pretty high. Oh, let's go after the... I don't know what's tougher, the Shadow or the Wraith. Let Parker go after the Wraith. There's a bit more strategy this time around than the last one. So we went down to that staircase. Let's try staircase 3. Let's go after the ghoul. Alright, so we're on basement level 2. We've already been up this. Oh, okay. So what do we got? We got... That staircase has already been used. I don't know if we went down this one in the center. So we have... See, down 1, 2... The one on the far right, that ended up taking us back up to level 1. So let's try the one here in the center. I don't remember if we took that one first or if we took the one to the far left. And because I don't want us getting irretrievably lost, I am going old school with the pen and paper, writing down what's been explored and what hasn't. Stop it! Those were nice hits. Does anybody else need to be cured? Yeah, well... No, I'm gonna let you attack, too. Leila's Berserker is at level 5 right now. And that might be all he needs. That was good. Good. Magic, Rashonda. Right now, it's less expensive doing it that way. We have plenty of ethers on us to make use of later, if we need them. I really kind of want to save the high potions and potions for battle, since Leila doesn't have the cure ability. She can at least use those as a support. Oh. Wrong way. Going back to the whole things that you thought were awesome as a kid, and then you ended up being disappointed on as an adult. finally being able to purchase them for yourself and finding out that it wasn't as cool as you thought it was. Who needs a cure? Berserker. The show Greatest American Hero. And the leading star of that, I believe, was William Katz. I can't quite remember. And don't get me wrong, the first 2 seasons were actually pretty good. Yeah, it was cheesy, it was campy, it was a cute superhero story of this average guy and just trying to do the right thing, and situational comedy type stuff. But I swear that the writers of season 3 for that just completely gave up. And I don't know why. They had a really good storyline going. But maybe it was just one of those shows that wasn't right for the time era. They decided that they were, not getting enough viewers to make it worth it. So they decided to just kind of, phone in the rest of the season. Okay, so we've already been here. I did miss this one chest, so let's go down and get that. Oh, that's right. That's what happened to us. So we went down those. All right, let's go over here. I completely forgot that we ended up falling through the bridge. And it was booby-trapped. And I'm pretty sure my logic at that point was, well, it's supposed to be at the bottom of these caverns, so let's keep going down. Let's switch that up. These revenants hit pretty hard. And they do that whole lifesteal on you. Deist B3. Let's take a quick overview. I'm pretty sure that takes us to right there. What we need is to get to this down staircase by going up and then coming around to get to those two. Just got to figure out how the heck to do it. Leila's got the lowest overall hit point value. She's got the best berserker, though. I'm hoping it's enough. No, not quite. That's it. They're a little bit easier when you know that, what do we got going on here? Okay, so we are back to the second level. And I'm not going back to those right stairs because that did us no good. Or the left stairs. Looks like Parker could use a little help. That was the ticket. Giants Club. Equip. Oh, his evasion goes down to 0, but his attack goes up pretty good. My defense goes up. Yeah, we'll give him the Giant's Glove. He's really not going to be doing a lot of magic. I think in today's games he would be considered the tank. I've never played World of Warcraft or the games like it. Too expensive. That's a rabbit hole I do not need to go down. Alright, let's try getting up to that one. Magic. Let's see if I can blind anybody. I haven't used this one much. Would still be nice if they would have had HP bars for these creatures, so you know what kind of damage you're doing. Yeah, the most devastating creatures in that group were the Adamatoids. And I don't know if it's Adamantois or if it's Adamantois. I know adamant is a hard rock, and I still remember that from high school. I think it was senior year, and one of our teachers brought it up, and then I remember there used to be a musician called Adam Ant, and it all of a sudden made sense where he got his name from, because I don't know that I would have considered him to be a hard rocker. He definitely wasn't up there with Ozzy and Kiss and all those. But it was a good play on words. Kudos to him. Where does this take us? That takes us to that. Well, it's... okay. I don't know how to get up there. I'm missing something. Just don't know where we're supposed to go to deal with it. Attack, magic. No. Magic, cure. Who needs a bit of a bump? Parker does. Let me take a look at Rashonda's magic. Teleport takes us all the way out. I don't want that. But I do know that there's one magic that allows you to jump back one level. I just don't remember which one it is. And I am not going to go looking for it. There's not a whole lot of levels to this game. Or rather, this cavern. I know there's probably nothing here. I'm just going to double check. They make doors fairly obvious, unless they're hidden doors part of the quest, and you have to have another NPC guide you to them. I'm kind of curious right now that if we go back to Finn, if we're going to be able to kick some soldier butt. Hopefully we can do enough damage that each one of these gets taken down pretty quick. Just gonna pop over quick, make sure that everything is still working. Alright. Nothing stalled out on me. Warp Tome. That's what I wanted. Use. She has a Warp Tome? I didn't see Warp as part of... Hold on here. Why can't anybody use the Warp Tome? Nobody has it. Maybe I have the max amount of... Let's try this. Just wanna... Maybe you can only learn up to 16 magic spells. I ended up giving it to somebody. Who did I give it to? Okay, Parker has warp. He's at full health. Let's just give it a shot. Okay, so we're here. We know we can't cross that bridge because it will break. What other options do we have? Well, let's go back up here. This is level 2. Let's go to that path at the bottom left-hand side. Probably smart on your part, buddy. Let's take out the ghast first. Pretty sure the shadows are tougher than the other ones. I believe we went down these stairs at one point. That was the trick. I could have swore I went down those stairs. Magic, cure, magic, berserker. That's the way we do it, baby. That was a long way around to do something simple. It's nice that we're getting a cure in before he does an attack. We'll all attack this time. There we go. All done. I'm going to take a quick look here. Where are we at? So we have one more chest left. And do we have any more chests en route? We don't. But I think there was a chest down by the springs. So far, the only area that we have not been able to collect all the chests were in the Dreadnought. Because we ended up getting to the engines before I could get to the rest of the ship. And I wasn't going to waste time running around the ship. They had done a pretty good job creating a maze to get through just to get to those engines. Oop, nope, I don't want that. Who needs a little bit of health? Another giant's glove. Man, his evasion goes down to 0, but his accuracy is 100%. Magic defense is 100%. Yeah, that looks like it's a worthwhile sacrifice. Although, we have not come up against... Well, I guess that Werebeast or Werebuster is still the best option. Cool. Well, let him keep it then. But we learned the hard way in in Final Fantasy 1. Optimal isn't always the best option. Throughout the game, I had been using Optimal with our monk, who becomes a master, only to find out through research, and again, research is not cheating, that the monk and the master are best just free-handed and not having a weapon at all. So if that's the case, why did they put anything in its hand whatsoever? And they didn't say anything unless I missed out on it with the dialogue. I'm getting kind of tired of these guys. Oh no, cure. Who needs some? Parker, you're getting your butt kicked on a regular basis, so let's... Oh, why did I give Berserker to herself? Alright. That was dumb on my part. Can't exactly blame the characters when I'm the one giving them commands. Cure. At least once an episode, I make jokes about having ADHD and don't blame you, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I don't make excuses for my ADHD. Growing up as a Gen Xer, the concept of ADHD was non-existent. You were just hyperactive and you were a problem child that needed to be doped up with Ritalin to calm you down. As I've gotten older and learned to cope with the fact that I process different than other people, I'm cool with it. Yeah, it gets frustrating not being able to stay on task. Now, let's use Cure with you too, because Leila could use a bit of a bump. But one thing I'm learning is that by doing this, doing the Twitch and the live stream, having a purpose, and a fun purpose, for playing a game, I'm actually going to get through some games. I have a really bad tendency of collecting games and then not focusing to get them to completion. It's kind of like being a car collector and never driving the cars that you collect. What's the point? I'm trying to figure out... It's going to take quite a while to get all the way through Final Fantasy VII, and I'm debating. We'll see. If I get enough comments and people saying, hey, let's go on to game number 8, I'll do that. If, we want to do all the way up through and I just dedicate this to nothing but Final Fantasy, I'll do that. I'm happy to give it a shot. I can tell you right now, I've tried playing Final Fantasy X, got it by accident thinking it was Final Fantasy VII, and I am not good at the sports game that they have as a side quest. I cannot figure that out for the life of me. I will probably have to do some research, figure out how to get good at playing it. Acid file. I'm not going to even look it up. I'm assuming it's just a battle item that I can use. Oh, we finally got down here. And we're at 2 hours. Yay! I'm trying to decide the best option here. That's a whole lot of ogres there, Gene. I didn't take them down near as far as I would have liked to. Alright. You're going there. You're going there. That was helpful. If we can take them all out in this round, I'll be okay. Yeah, we don't need those. Okay. Just want to double check where we're at. Let's... items... It seems as though... we're getting slightly more difficult bands of monsters the deeper way out. Alright, 1 through 4. I'm going to do this the same way as I did Final Fantasy 1. We'll start with door 1. We're just doing it this way. Just taking them out one at a time. At least we were able to get rid of 3 of them all in the first round, so they couldn't hit us later on. So 1, 3. That's a Chimera. Alright, before we go attacking that, now that we know which door it is, I just want to look in these. Another ambush. I don't mind when they do it up front because I don't believe it affects their overall HP when they're already full. You know what? I'm gonna cure Parker. They stole a lot of health points from us in that first encounter. There they go again. Jerks. Everybody except Parker seems to be okay. He's down at least 1,000 hit points. When we get, because I'm debating on, you know, where exactly I want the channel to go and exactly what I want to do with it, once we get closer, no, we're just going to do it the same as we did last time. Chip away from the front to the back, even if we're taking the small guys out first, or the weaker ones. At least they're less oogly booglies to attack us. Nap time again for Rashonda. Ooh, Ice Shield. Just trying to make some decisions here. Yeah, I'm willing to spend a little bit more gil. We're going to quick save because I have no idea if this is going to be a boss or if it's going to be a friend. To me, it looks like a chimera, so I think we're going to be in for a battle. Ready to experiment with a whole new boss? I'm not. Chimera! After... Oh, that's Parker speaking. Chimera after egg. Oh, we got 4 of them. Alright, let's try this first. I want to try the 4 elements. And then we're gonna up our evasion with Leila. Rashonda did okay. Fire was eh. Yeah, elementals aren't exactly cutting it. Wow, they hit hard. Let's try physical attack, magic. Let's do a shell on everybody. Let's do a protect on everybody, even though it's a weak protect. And let's berserker everybody. I'm probably overthinking this significantly. Wow, those are... Ouch. An attack. Magic. Cure. Well, let's try this tried and true method. I'm not sure how many hit points the chimeras have. Who's in bad shape? Parker is. Just want to keep everybody alive and give Caramoon the ability to reach out and touch someone. Parker could use some more. And we're starting to run low on some of our MP with Parker and Leila. I half suspect that Berserker's stacked as far as it's going to. Oh, we got it, yeah! Oh, hold on. We're gonna save. The life spring is awash with a soft light. Key item, Wyvern egg. The Wyvern egg sinks gently to the bottom of the spring. The egg rests deep at the bottom of the life spring. But I want it back. Do I have to go back out now? Well, let's... Item. Let's teleport. And let's use a cottage. Just enough cottages to get us through. Bet that would have been expensive going to one of the inns. Probably not 2,000 expensive, but... okay, so the egg is at the bottom of the lake, and now we have to figure out where we go from there. Let's go check with the mom, the son, and the dying wyvern. I was half expecting it to instantly hatch, and then we take the wyvern with us. But that's not going to happen. I wanted to see something, though. Good. We got them all. We got them all. Okay, I'll go back through and I'll read this.
The wyvern, it's dead. The last living wyvern is dead, but the egg you placed in the spring remains. Someday it will hatch, and the wyvern will spread its great wings and soar through the sky for the rebels. The wyverns can't thank you for what you've done, so allow me to do so in their place. We are grateful. Yep, it's gone all right. Don't let her fool you. I think her precious wyvern got used in magic potions. Okay, so we've gotten to Deist. We've completed that. And it took us 2 hours. We've got all of the chests out of the Deist Cavern. And now I don't know where we go next. Let's go back to Altair. Check in with Gordon. Yeah, okay. How come I didn't get, or Rashonda didn't get fully healed? I used a cottage, spent the money on it. Should get the bang for my buck out of that. It's alright, it's alright. The more often I get to use the cure spell, the higher the levels get, and the better it will perform in the future. If this is your first time watching one of the episodes in Final Fantasy II with me, just letting you know, I am keeping track of the number of deaths that I've incurred since the beginning of the game.
Yes, there's been a bit of a learning curve. We're gonna go after you right away. Your blizzards for magic blizzard. And then Leila can just straight out attack a regular ogre. So yeah, I've been keeping track of those, and we're going to continue to keep track throughout the entire game. You know, just to remind myself how many times I've done something stupid. To be fair to myself, it might not be stupid. It's experimenting. It's trying something when nothing else seems to be working. And when you do things like that, you have a chance of it turning out really, really bad. I'd rather make those decisions in a video game than in real life, personally. Not that I haven't made those decisions in real life where I tried something new and it didn't work the way I wanted it to, and it either cost me a lot of money or it cost me something else. Yeah, we want to go back to Altair. So let's get over here. We'll replenish some of our supplies at the local apothecary. And then we'll work our way back to Altair. Let's look at the mageware shops, too, while we go through these towns. Cross Mallet. I don't think I've had to use any of those since we started. Definitely want a couple more cottages. We're good on Ethers. We're good on Phoenix Down. Stock, because I like certain numbers better than others. I want my multiples of 5 as we leave. Oh, let's jack that up to 30 as well. There we go. Part of those OCD issues. I like certain numbers better than others. Okay. Oh, I didn't go back into the mageware shop. We just do it this way and then go into auto battle. I'm deciding that going back to the mageware shop right now is just pointless. If you happen to be joining this live stream partway through, I am a secret MC Shaman, the OG Ginger. And we are working our way through the Final Fantasy franchise, and currently I'm on game number 2. The playlist for game number 1 is out on YouTube and ready for watching. It's all raw, unedited, and kind of painful at points. But, you know, it's fun to make, it's fun to put together. I am gradually working right now on learning how to edit videos and to do it effectively. But because I am not a professional and I haven't gone to school for it, it's really all trial and error. trying to figure out how things really work. But my plan for these Final Fantasy live streams that I'm doing is eventually I will cut out all the extra boring battle scenes and just focus and just cut everything down to the quick storyline features of it. And then I'll do voiceovers and talk through it that way. It's a long time coming. I'm still working 40 hours a week. 45 if you count the commute. Still have life responsibilities to take care of, as much as I would like to not have to do that, but so goes all of us. We'll walk our way over there. We're not getting much for Gil or experience points at this time, but something's better than nothing. It's the same thing as finding like a penny or a nickel when you're out and about and it's been dropped on the ground. It's not much, but it's still more than you had before you picked it up. And when you collect enough pennies and enough nickels that you didn't have before, eventually you have enough to spend on stuff. Back in Altair. Let's go. Again, let's go talk to Gordon. Hilda's been acting very strangely lately. I try to speak to her, and all she does is laugh. Could the king's death have disturbed her so deeply? I just don't know what I can do to help her. Would you try to speak to her for me? He's still a chump nut. What a terrible brother. Just go talk to her. Talk to her. The question is, where is Hilda? Well, she's not in the king's room. She in here? It's Hilda's room. Caramoon, there's something I would like to discuss with you. Yeah, I bet. We'll be waiting outside. Oh, she... Okay, this is a kid's game. This shouldn't be happening, should it? Your Highness, why are you just standing there? I don't enjoy being teased. Now you're mine, Caramoon. What have you done with the princess? Oh! Not so fast, you scurvy snake. Lamia Queen? Oh. Alright, let's go through our little routine. You know what, let's do it this way first. That... Magic... Let's protect everybody first. We're gonna go, let's go Berserker first. I don't know if Lamia Queen is susceptible to magic or not, so we'll get ourselves juiced up. I also don't know if she's a magic user or not. Parker! Definitely didn't like the physical attacks, so same routine as always. We're going to juice up Caramoon and hope that... And that did it!
She went down like an itty bitty baby.
Leila, just how much of that did you see?
Enough to know you shouldn't be letting your guard down and around fetching young ladies, I'd say.
Where's the real princess? Terrible news. We've just heard a tournament is being held in Palencia, and Princess Hilda is the prize. I'm coming with you. Damn it. I want to help you rescue Hilda. I cannot keep these voices straight to save my life.
Don't worry. I know just how ye feel, Captain. Me and me boys'll manage your army. I run a tight ship. No need to fret over us.
Gordon's back. Okay. I want to see if they let Optimal. Alright, that works, that works. Does he still have the magic we gave him? He does. And he has a cure. That'll come in handy. So now we have to find Palencia. Let's go out. And hopefully we can find it before the end of the episode. Where do we think Palencia could be? Oh... simply do not know. Let's do some exploring. We don't have our ship, so that's going to make that a challenge. We can't get across there. Let's go explore to the north. In episode 1 or 2, we attempted on going both north and south as an experiment, and it did not end well either time, resulting in at least 2 out of our 6 deaths. We'll work our way up to... Finn first. And then we'll explore the the regions to the north. Well, I'm wasting the heck out of Berserker. I don't know why they're casting it on themselves. Okay. The first real experiment of this. I'm going to quick save. I want to see if we can finally defeat one of the soldiers here in Finn. Oh, he doesn't have Berserker. Let's try Scourge on him. Wouldn't hurt getting Gordon's cures leveled up. Awesome! We were actually able to defeat one of the soldiers. Now will he disappear? Will he fight me again? Okay. So this could be an ongoing cycle until we defeat the Empire and they evacuate. Yeah, as good as any. Well, the nice thing to know is if I'm able to defeat the soldiers in Finn, I should have less problems with the monsters that I'm going to be facing north of Finn. I hope. I really hope. I don't know. Just like the rest of my life, I'm making it up as I go, because I have no flipping clue. Yeah, okay. We've faced these little squeakers before. Bear with me while it's auto-battling because spots on my glasses. And it's driving me bonkers. We'll get up north of here. We'll just see what Alright. Just curious. If any of these magic attacks affect them significantly. I wouldn't say significantly, but we were able to take out all 5 of them instead of 1 at a time, so that's a bonus. Awesome. They went down pretty easy. Don't think there's anything worthwhile up here. I still want Cure juiced up. For both Gordon and Rashonda. Meh. And then we'll just bum rush the soldier. What was that tome that we just got? Really? Oh. I need that. I don't know if he has... Okay. What the heck? They're not doing us any good just sitting there in our inventory, are they? You guys are getting turned into soup. Oh, no, I don't want to use Berserker. Blah. We're hedging our bets. Everybody is blizzard fighting. Nothing down there. So we got about 30 minutes left of this episode. Boy, the words in here are sometimes hard to pronounce. I'm not going to even try it. Foros Reikos? I might have to look that one up and find out how it is pronounced. Maybe I'll get lucky and none of those birds will attack again, and then I don't have to figure out how to pronounce what they're called. These were the ones that kind of kicked my butt hard last time. Magic. What do we want to use? I'm going to try blinding them. No, I'm not. Yeah, these guys did some heavy damage. Switching up a little bit. Seems that that flying ray is more of a threat than the bighorn is. Look at me, I'm a big kid now. We avenged ourselves. Definitely attacking these guys to start out with. Magic. I believe they are weak against fire? Not positive? Who needs a cure? Caramoon does. Alright, so once we get rid of the red souls, then I believe we'll be able to just use elemental attacks against the flan and the moose. Try Blizzard on that. Oh. These red souls are a little bit tougher than I remember them being. Magic. Fire. Gordon doesn't have any fire. Oh. Okay, well, we know that Blizzard is pretty much pointless against the blobs. I honestly don't think physical attacks do much good either. That works. I'm happy with that. Not so happy with the part where I have to heal everybody up, though. Why do I think I'm just going to get myself into a lot of trouble here? There's something... I suspect that there's something right there. Another hill gigas. Wow, they had a thing for Rashonda there for a moment. I was really thinking that Blizzard was going to have more of an effect on the bombs than they did. Oh! Oh, crap. I added Berserker to the Hill Gigas. That's not going to be good. He's gonna hit me hard. Oh, not as hard as I thought he was going to. I was worried for a second. More than a second, considering it took longer than a second to play. Gordon's staff leveled up. When we get through this, if you notice the magic, let's try Thunder on him, even if it's a Thunder 1. These blobbies don't seem to like fire no matter what iteration they are. Oh, they fled. Well, at least I got some gil for it, but I didn't get any experience that I could see. What do we got going on? Items, use, antidote, and Caramoon. Let me pull it up here. So if you, it looks different this way, but the little area to my lower right that very much looks like Mordor from Lord of the Rings. Not exact, but very similar. Oh, brains, brains. We're gonna try thunder on these guys. Magic. If they're brains, I suspect magic. I was hoping some electroshock therapy would do more than it actually did. Let's try some physical attacks and see what happens. Oh. If I'd have gone that route to begin with, we wouldn't be having such an issue. You just don't know. When it's a new character. But we got our thunder leveled up. That was a bonus. Pretty sure we can't take our canoe across that specter. Alright. There's only 2 of them. Even though it is taking us a while to find Palencia and doing all this experimenting, it is good to know. Just looking. Gordon. It's good to know that we've gotten into an area within 6 episodes where we are able to defend ourselves. We're able to battle these higher level monsters and survive. That just tells me that the rest of the map may be a challenge, but at least we'll get through it. Let's see if the red moose takes to physical damage. Yeah, I really didn't think it was going to. Rashonda's cures are really getting to a nice point of being effective. Blast it all. A cockatrice. I think this is the first time I've seen a cockatrice. Let's start with physical damage, see what happens. Looks like they have some pretty high HP, but their physical attacks right now aren't doing a whole lot. Kind of nice to have a chocobo right about now. Again, I just want to see which elemental, if anything, has an effect on these guys. If they use self-destruct, it's going to hurt. Looks like thunder and fire were the two most effective ones. Fire definitely had a much higher hit than the rest of them. Where we're at with health points. I know we have a cottage on us, but I don't want to use it until we get to at least Palum. This is the first real desert we've had to traverse. I'll need to check our items list, see if we have any other defensive spells we can give to Gordon. Right now, all he has is Blink, which, you know, it's alright. It brings up our evasion, but Protect would really come in handy. Protect and Shell. Nothing. And I'm not giving him a Warp Tome. No. Losing track of what I'm doing. Magic. Caramoon ended up taking some pretty big damage from one of the self-destructs on the last round. Straight out attack and see if that does any good. Awesome. Just want to get into there. We are 5 minutes off of 8 o'clock. We'll just get in to see what's inside of this mountain structure. Just more mountains and a cave. So we'll finish up this episode and live stream by finding out what cave this is. And next time, we will find our way to Palemcia to rescue Hilda. Cave of Mysidia. Well, next episode, depending upon how devastating it is. Oh, there's 19 chests in this. We might just go after them. There's a whole lot still left to discover. So let's go out. We're going to save. And I want to thank you for joining me in this episode, Final Fantasy II, Episode 6. Again, I am Secret MC Shaman, the OG Ginger, and you can find my live streams Monday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. And totally forgot what I was going to say. Monday through Thursday and Saturday mornings, I will be working through the Final Fantasy franchise all the way up to Episode 7. And then Sunday mornings, I'll be playing Minecraft. But until next time, I want to wish you, your family, and your loved ones a very happy day. Bye.